Hello, everybody. Welcome along another Saturday in the EFL Championship, kicking off with an all-playoff fourth versus fifth game up at the top of the table. It is Ipswich versus West Brom. We're going to be here for the next 2 hours. Make yourself known in the chat. Settle down and enjoy the watch-along. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming and joining us again. Interesting night last night in the Championship. Sheffield Wednesday closing things up at the bottom of the table. Birmingham, poor defeat for them. Is there such thing as a good defeat? You know what I'm saying, don't you? We are going to spend the next couple of hours looking a bit more at the top six rather than the sort of bottom eight segment of the table. And our game here is Ipswich versus West Brom. As ever, we will be in association with Match Bingo. We'll get involved with a game card in a minute. Before we get into the team news on this, let's just bang through what's going down this afternoon. We will be here once again tomorrow for Coventry versus Millwall. So we'll just focus on the Saturday action today. As you can see at the top of the card, there is Ipswich West Brom, the early game. It is Blackburn versus Stoke. A long talk at halftime yesterday about John Eustace replacing John Daryl Thomason. It may not be the first game with John Eustace today, certainly the first game without John Daryl Thomason. It's Cardiff versus Preston. It's Hull and their phenomenal three that we put a clip out about yesterday. They play Swansea. Leeds versus Rotherham. The best home record versus statistically the worst team in the league at Ellen Road. Middlesbrough versus Bristol City. It's QPR. I said this the other day. Inform QPR versus inform Norwich. That will be interesting. Speaking of inform, Southampton 21. I've lost count. 21 still in the EFL. Undefeated. They host Huddersfield. Still without a manager. Sunderland versus Plymouth. And it is Watford versus Leicester City, the runaway leaders up at the top of the table. Speaking of the top of the table, again, we'll get into Ipswich West Brom in a minute. So everyone is at home in the top six, except for Leicester, who go to Watford, and of course West Brom, who are here at Portman Road against Ipswich. Look, the last, 3 rounds, Southampton and Leeds have both won. So Ipswich really have kind of slipped beneath those two in the automatic chase. They can put down a marker with a win today. A draw would put them level on points with Leeds, but look at the goal difference. They wouldn't go above Leeds United. They need a win to get above Southampton, though. But of course, then everybody plays this afternoon, and pressure's really on Ipswich, isn't it? Because Leeds and Southampton are at home to Rotherham and Huddersfield, who you can't even see on that picture because they are down towards the bottom of the table. For West Brom, they've kind of been in a little sort of partition of their own in the league table, haven't they? They're not challenging for the automatics. They're not kind of getting caught up. Still a 4-point gap, but maybe they are a little bit more getting caught up now. If you look at the recent form, though, win, loss, win, loss, win. So 9 points in 5. If you extrapolate that out for the rest of the season, they will most definitely be finishing in the playoffs. 9 points every 5 games will certainly keep them up there, I would have thought, unless there's a big rising tide from beneath them. But nonetheless, they could do with the win, which would put the gap then to Coventry in 7th to 7 points. Would be a big help, wouldn't it? Take them up to 51. A defeat for West Brom. And yeah, they could be levelled on points by Hull, and the likes of Coventry, Sunderland, Norwich on 44 could all go to within a point. So that's the state of play here for both sides, obviously it's very easy to say so-and-so could do with a win, so-and-so could do with a win. That's the entire objective of football, isn't it? But you know what I am saying. Shall we get into the team news? That was a rhetorical question. We're definitely getting into the team news. Loads of comments coming in. Thank you, guys. We will read those comments out as we go. Kladke in goal for Ipswich. He's been caught twice now, playing out from the back, including last week at Preston, having at Watford as well. I assume West Brom will be targeting that. Harry Clark and Leif Davis are the fullbacks. Cameron Burgess is back for Ipswich from the Asia Cup with Australia, but he is not in the 11. George Edmondson continues. Not a great half for him in the first half. Not great half for anyone for Ipswich. They came in 3-0 down, didn't they? But Edmondson got an own goal and a deflection off him for two of the three Preston goals. Edmondson and Wolfenden. It is Morsey and Luongo. This is the A team pretty much, other than maybe Cameron Burgess. So Burns, Chaplin and Broadhead, Kieran McKenna, using what got Ipswich to the party, as in up from League One and that outstanding first half of the season, up incredibly in the top two with those 3-year one parachute teams around them. Up top for Ipswich, they needed a replacement for George Hurst, who's actually in the Sky studio with Joby and David Prutton and Rob Earnshaw. Kiefer Moore up top for Ipswich. Played 45 minutes at Preston and scored twice. So he set himself a pretty high bar, let's just say. Get your comments in on the Ipswich team. Get your comments in on the West Brom team. It is Alex Palmer in goal. Darnell Furlong and Connor Townsend are the fullbacks. Kyle Bartley and Cedric Kipre are the centre-backs. And a big theme of West Brom's victory, you can see it on the ticker down at the bottom. Last meeting, 1-0, West Brom won. The physicality, West Brom beat up Ipswich in that game. And Kipre and Bartley were a big part of that. Yakuslu will sit in front of the back four. Mowat will try and join in a little bit more, you'd think. Danger man, Jed Wallace down the right-hand side. Proper old school winger. He runs down the touchline and he crosses it. That's what he does. You love to see it. Andy Vyman, who was a fantastic player for Bristol City, scored loads of goals for them in the Championship. It's kind of looks like there's a handshake with Taylor Gardner-Hickman going the other way on a loan deal. I think it's a loan, isn't it? Someone correct me in the chat for Vyman. Tom Fellows, who I'm excited to see, who's been a sort of young player, burst through this season for the Baggies. And top scorer, Brandon Thomas Asante, has got 9 goals for the Baggies. Good striker. We love a story of someone stepping up from Salford in League Two, and he's doing the business in the Championship. And you know the deal, don't you? If Thomas Asante can get to 10, 15 goals, I mean, he's on 9, so he's definitely going to get to 10. That value goes up and up and up and up, doesn't it? Especially if you can sell to a parachute team or a Premier League team. Right, we are going to go to your comments. I know I've promised a couple of times to do that. But first of all, can we just get one of these going before the actual game starts? How are we doing for likes, ladies and gentlemen? We have got 21 likes, a great start. I wonder if we can take us up towards the 50 mark. If you're watching right now live, you have got 9 seconds. If everyone can hit the like button, that would be wonderful. We call that a like spike. Thank you so much for your support, and a huge thank you to Match Bingo. We just quickly get all this bits and bobs that I've got to tick off done out the way. So I am going to get myself a card for Ipswich versus West Brom. It's going to cost me £2 English confirm purchase, and we will play along during the game. Purchase successful. There we go. And there is my, if I can get always a nightmare. There's literally a light there. So it shines right out. I wonder if I did it that way. No, it makes no difference. There you go. We'll try like that. There is my Match Bingo card. We'll play along as we go during the game, and I will keep you all updated. Go and head over to the Match Bingo app, but do me a favour if you are heading over there. Click this QR code, and they will know that we've sent you. Match Bingo. Please play responsibly. Should we have a look responsibly at some comments here? What have we got to say? Here we go. Oh, that's Strutty. I know him. There you go. Shame we can't hook up at half time. Yeah, I'm in this seat, not in my season ticket seat today. Ewan, absolute legend. Welcome to you, Squire. Ewan's always in the chat. Great to have you here. James going to be watching Man City Everton. Yeah, keep us praised with that. He's going to tap out if City go 3-0 up in half hour. Boca, heavy rain in Celta Vigo country. I don't believe it's quite nice in Bedfordshire today after the monsoon. WPK, welcome to you. Joe, welcome to you. Annie, welcome to you. I speak Whale. WPK, is your Ipswich hat going to be on today? Mate, we are impartial. We'll call this down the middle as we call anything. Feel free to be emotional and tribal in the comments. I won't be. Jay, welcome to you. Squire, don't talk last night. There you go. Dave, welcome to you. Who else have we got in the chat here? Dan, welcome to you. Chris, welcome to you. Hector, look, if they've got the symbol by the name, they are members. You can hit the join button and get involved yourself. Isaac, welcome to you. David, have we got anybody else? Where are we? Neil, welcome to you. Dylan, have I said hello to everyone? Eugene, Daryl, welcome. Cole, he's in the Patreon as well. Thank you, all the regular supporters here. Callum, welcome to you. Alfie, there you go. One of our most recent sign-ups there. Do get involved. Hit the join button. You can join our WhatsApp group, which hopefully Alfie is going to endorse. Good fun in there. You can chat with me on the round tables. And you get early access to my tribal football columns. Purple Bungalow, welcome to you. Vindaloo, welcome to you. The players are in the tunnel here. We are about good to go in a couple of minutes. There is Jed Wallace and Alex Palmer. And Vaclav Hladky at the front of the queue there, although Sam Morsey is going to appear at the front of that, the Ipswich Town captain. Welcome, Jez, as well. Looking forward to this one. A big game in Championship land. 4th versus 5th. We've gone through all of them, their permutations. So I think it's about time that we get your predictions. Stick the teams in. Head over heart, please. It gets a bit boring if you just go for what would be best for the team you support, that whether they're playing or whether they're not playing in this game. Let's use our brains rather than our emotions. We get better information generally if we do that. So predictions in, please, ladies and gentlemen. You've got 16 seconds. How is Ipswich v West Brom going to end up? And I'm going to try and read all of them. Go. Okay, we're going to get into predictions. Let me just say thank you for all the likes after the like spike. We're nearly up to 50, so we'll keep them coming as the players come out at Portman Row. Let's get some predictions in here. Here we go. Daniel, 2-1 Ipswich. James, 2-1 Ipswich. Andrew, 2-1 Ipswich. Jay, 2-1 Baggies. Anir, Desmond, we love the goals. WPK, 2-1 Ipswich. Try and stick the teams in so I know what you're doing, guys. Draw for Ewan. Walter 1-1, Jeff 2-1. I'm laughing because I Speak Whale puts 0-0 every time, and we thank him for doing it because he's our. At least someone's got it covered, and then we hope it's not. Jez 2-1, Chris 2-all, Alfie 3-2. Give me them goals. 3-2 to Bungalow. Isaac 1-1, Adam 2-all. Classic Whale. 0-0. You love to see it. Lee, 2-0. Quite a few on the Desmond. If this Desmond comes in, I bet that's like sort of 12-1 or something. So get on it, you guys. Please gamble responsibly, or head over to Match Bingo for a fun game of bingo as we go. Tufnell 1-1. Cheeky Desmond for Tom. Dave 2-1 Ipswich. Callum 2-1 Ipswich. Exciting one, yeah. 2-1 Ipswich. 2-1 West Brom. And I won't read that one from Harley, who's talking about defecation. We won't get into that. John has backed a 1-1 there. Thank you for all your predictions. One more there, Will. 3-0 Tractor Boys. We are about to kick off. Let me just bang through the teams one more time. Have I done all my housekeeping here? Match bingo, we've done predictions, we've gone over the championship, all of that good stuff. We've got your comments, and there are the teams. Sladkey in goal for Ipswich, Clark, Edmondson, Wolfernan, Davis, Morsey, Luongo, Burns, Chaplin, Broadhead, Kiefer Moore, his re-home debut. 4. In fact, can someone let me know, did Kiefer Moore ever start a home game for Ipswich when he was there previously? I don't know whether he did. Someone tell me in the chat. Certainly in the EFL, I don't think he did. I don't know whether he played in the cups at all. For the Baggies, Palmer, Furlong, Bartley, Kipray, Townsend, Yokuslu, Mowat, Wallace, Vyman, Fellows, and Brandon Thomas Asante. Let's do the benches real quick as the mascots all head off. Great day for them in front of the cameras. On the bench for Ipswich, Al Hamadi, Sarmiento, Jackson, Harness, Hutchinson, Humphreys, Travis, Tuan Zabi, and Walton. God, how things have changed at Ipswich looking at that bench. Marshall, DK on the bench. Johnston, Swift, good player. Chalaba, Hall, Peters, Pippa, and Griffiths. Referee is going off. Someone's going to ask me who we've got in charge today. I am going to tell you right now, or at least I'm going to try. Referee Coot, is that George Hurst taking the bench, or is it Cameron Burgess? I think it's George Hurst, who was just up in the Sky studio. Shakes hands with Kieran McKenna. We are all ready to go. 2 good managers here. Really rate Corberon for his work in the Championship. Getting Huddersfield to the playoff final and a 3rd place finish was sensational back in 2021, 2022. Right, here we go, guys. It's going to be West Brom to kick off. We have the taking of the knee by the players who choose to do that. And we are all good to go. Okay, here we go, guys. Keep your comments going throughout the game. Give me your opinions. Free speech is alive and well in the comments. Don't be a prick, though. That will get me to stick you in the timeout, hey? Connor Townsend slides it down the left-hand side. Harry Clark versus Tom Fellows. And it's back with Hladky. And here comes the press on the keeper. Clips it out towards Clark, who heads it on. Mowat. Frantic stuff early in this game. No one can get 2 touches on the ball, although it's nicely worked down the line by Chaplin for Burns. Burns pops it into the box. Chaplin kind of bottled the tackle there against Yokuslu. That's brilliant from him. And he plays the channel. Superb play. Here goes Fellows into the box. Going to be an early chance. Fellows right-footed. Ooh, puts it over the bar. Opened up for him there. You wouldn't have been surprised to see him ripple the net with his right foot. How good was that from Yokuslu? Look, sidestep. Is there a nutmeg in there as well? Terrific stuff. And he slid it through the lines in for Fellows. And the first opening goes to West Brom in this game. Really did open up nicely. He's got the line right, hasn't he? He's just slashed through it too hard. And we've seen Hladky, the Ipswich keeper, really gamble on those a couple of times and throw his weight to his left-hand side. Maybe he could have gone the other way there. So good start by West Brom. Here they come again. Wallace puts it in low. This is excellent from West Brom. Wolfernan clears it out. We said about Jed Wallace, he will run down the touchline and he will cross it. That's exactly what he did. Big gap there between Edmondson and Leif Davis. It's quite poor from Davis, actually. He's kind of just passes off Wallace to Edmondson, but I think he's his man there, really. And Davis let him get inside him there into the inside channel. He's one of the highest rated defenders in the Championship, or one of the highest rated left backs, mainly for his attacking, I guess, there. But he got taken to school a bit by Wallace there. Right, early set play for West Brom. They're good on set plays. In it goes, headed out on the near post by Kiefer Moore, who gives you some help defensively as well as at the other end. Cross swung to the back post. Kipre, good header down. Hladky grabs it. West Brom, the better side in the opening 2 minutes and 40 seconds. The Mark Ashton sin bin. Unbelievable scenes. Alfie, how do you stay so impartial when a team scores against Ipswich? I'd be swearing and sulking. Look, we've built this channel on being balanced and impartial. If I'm at the game at Ipswich, I will celebrate the goal. But my job here is to report the Championship to you. And there's plenty of channels who'll do emotional football content. We don't do that. Yeah, it's just the deal now. David, watching from Malaysia. Ed Sheeran coming to Kuala Lumpur. Excellent stuff. Welcome around the world. We will do you know what? We'll do a Where in the World, maybe in the second half or at half times. Here is Thomas Asante coming short. It's all West Brom so far, isn't it? Which can't get on the ball, other than that one into the channel for Wes Burns in sort of the first minute. Match bingo update. There we go. We had a throw into West Brom. That's my only tick so far. A slow start, we will say, over on match bingo. Liam, MKV Accrington today. Enjoy. And my friend, Annie, you absolute legend. He's super chatted every watch along he's been in recently. Annie, legend. Thank you so much. If you do join up, Annie is a member on Patreon, and you can chat with him in the roundtables. Very knowledgeable on Bristol City. We appreciate all your knowledge in the chat, and the ball is back with Hladky. So how West Brom beat Ipswich last time, they were really good on the press, and here they go again, and they controlled Ipswich by squeezing up, and fair play to West Brom. You can understand them doing that at the Hawthorns. They're trying to do it at Portman Road again, so do respect the bravery there from Corberon. Richard in New York. Nice. I've been once. I'd love to go back. Andrew, I don't think anyone would object to a small celebration when Ipswich score. We're all adults. You may be, Andrew, but yeah. Well, let's not get into the mentality and emotional maturity of football fans in the YouTube comments. Let's just say, but we love it, don't we? But it can be a highly strung bunch. Let's just say, Andrew. So we'll just describe the action and get your great insight in the comments, guys. Fellows. Down the left, it's a foul on Thomas Asante. Good advantage by referee Coote. Great play by Thomas Asante. And West Brom are really looking at it today, aren't they? Furlong crosses in low. Who's that on the near post? As Andy Vyman gets in there. I mean, he holds his head, Vyman. It's a really difficult chance. Goes through to Hladky in the end. And West Brom just really nicely set up to stop Ipswich playing out from the back. Good ball by Hladky. Great take by Kiefer Moore. And here is Burns. Morsey. Clark. Morsey. It'll clip into the front, looking for Broadhead. And Darnell Furlong just gets touched tight and kind of levers him in towards goal, and it runs through. Again, Kieran McKenna said it himself, physicality. West Brom dominated Ipswich last time around. Ipswich scored a winner on the last day of the season. Not if I'm doing content, Tim. No, that's the deal. I will behave myself. How's life, Matty? Matty, life is excellent. Do you know what? Non-football thing. Our friends Abby and Simon had a beautiful newborn baby just a week or so ago, and I'm going to enjoy this. But I'm so excited. I'm going to go meet them straight afterwards. I cannot wait to meet little Aria. Oh, in comes the cross again. Oh, West Brom are going to take the lead at this rate, aren't they? They're playing really well, the Baggies. Jed Wallace puts it across the box for Brandon Thomas Asante. He's onside again. Leif Davis up the pitch attacking. Wallace, it's an inviting cross, but Thomas Asante is not going to get that with that amount of pace on it. The line is lovely from Wallace, who's a great crosser from the right. Just a bit too much pace on it. Morsey to Wolfenden. Burns controls it. And Ipswich at the moment just trying to stop the swarm of West Brom, who are, frankly, well on top in this game thus far. Davis, that is a beautiful crossfield pass. As soon as I say that, the flag goes up against Wes Burns. Where can I see the match, Eze Trooper? So you're looking for a company called Sky TV for that, or however you choose to on the internet. By the way, I'm watching on Sky Sports Main Event live. We're at 8 minutes 29. If you do want me to do a proper timestamp and you to sync up, then do let me know in the comments. We'll give you one of those. But remember, the chat will still move in real time. So if you are watching on Now TV or on Sky Go, you could still have a goal spoil for you by the chat, even if not by me. Davis crosses in left-footed to the back stick. Burns climbs at the back post. It's a difficult one. You really want Kiefer Moore on that, not Wes Burns. Dylan, on the bright side, we usually start slow and concede within 10 minutes. The concede part hasn't happened yet. Oh, Dylan. If you weren't right, I wouldn't be laughing, mate. Matty, Birmingham need to keep their home form up to stay up. Our away form is awful. It was poor last night, Matty, wasn't it? It was poor, and they shouldn't have been behind in the first half, and that's a bad sign. They talk about playing badly and winning for sides who are at the top of the table. You don't want to play well and lose. That does not bode well. There is Kiefer Moore. He's a handsome specimen, isn't he? I met Kiefer Moore once. He didn't really want to talk to me when I told him I was an Ipswich fan. That was when he was on loan at Rotherham. I think he already knew he was leaving and was just trying to be polite, bless him. Here is Harry Clark. Morsey, nice ball to the back post. Good header by Furlong. Very good defensive side, West Brom. I'm a big fan of Carlos Corberan, I have to say. I do like a bit of tactical diversity in the Championship. And I don't want everyone to be playing out from the back and tippy-tappy. I like teams like West Brom who are stiff, solid, play wingers, good side. They make for good matchups. Here's Connor Chaplin, edge of the box. He's not been able to get into the game around Yakuslu there, the Turkish international. Can we add that to the Adama Traore clip? Ben's most embarrassing moments on live. Look at the size of that man. Dave fancies a win tonight. This afternoon, in fact. Difficult one, Dave. Norwich are good at the moment, aren't they? Luongo. Davis. Crosses it in, headed away by Kipre. Clark to Burns. Poor ball by Clark, but Burns does well to rescue him. That's a better ball by Clark. Really good pressing in the midfield by Andy Vyman. Kieran McKenna is saying, stick to the plan. There is a bit of a sense, though, that a lot of teams have now got 23 games worth of, or even more now, up to 30 games worth of study of Ipswich in the Championship. Match bingo's going all right, guys. Look at that bottom line. If I get a yellow card in a minute ended in 6th, we might be sailing towards line 1. Go and get involved and play. You can play bingos for free at 3 p.m. over on Match Bingo today. Keep your insight coming in via the comments, which are that side, I think, as you are looking. Really appreciate it. Vindaloo, big fan of Vyman. Corberon gets the best out of him. Vyman was brilliant for Bristol City for a long time. Literally every time. I remember actually working on the EFL show. We'd all be sat around the desk watching the goals come in. And if Bristol City scored, we'd be like, oh, that'd be Vyman then. Chaplin, nice slide tackle. Here's Morsey. Ipswich coming into it a bit now after a dominant first 8 minutes from West Brom. This is where Ipswich want to be playing the game rather than West Brom squeezing them up in to their own half. Here is Morsey. Off to watch Bury Town, Mr. Diamond. Is Cole Skew's manager of Bury Town? Is that right, Mr. Diamond? Lee, half the people watching this need to give this man a like. Well said, Lee. Well said, my friend. Thank you for all the likes so far. I think we're over 50, aren't we? Oh, into the box. Chaplin hooks it back looking for Kiefer Moore. Just bounces up too high, even for big Kiefer. Yeah, 55 likes. Thank you so much. Burns. And it burns. Morty tries to find Burns again. Keeper comes out. Palmer, good goalkeeping that. If he times that wrong, Burns is going to lift that over him and either into the net or certainly towards the empty net. He does really well. Palmer. Did the flag go up? I don't think it did. Yeah, there you go. Good old Cole Skews. Always looked like he was an intelligent footballer the way he played. And I mean this in a nicest possible way. Skews would admit it himself. He definitely maximised his strengths and hid his weaknesses as a player and had a superb career. Furlong, Wallace, Furlong, Yokuslu, Bartley, Kipray. Give me a chance to practice that I know all the players. Nice ball by Kipray. Good run by Townsend. Wolfenden, though, shepherds that out. Matty lost 3 games at home this season, all under Rooney. Tuesday versus Blackburn. Yeah, Mr. Eustace going back. Kyle Bartley has received some instructions. Is he swapping his wingers around? Possibly. Maybe going to invert Fellows. And he was doing that, Corberon. I always struggle to read managers' instructions. I'm sure the players know what they're doing. Doesn't appear to have. There's going to be some kind of switch in shape. See if you can spot it. Difficult to keep up with old Carlos. He's the school of Bielsa. So, although Bielsa was never a tweaker, was he? He was all about the philosophy. And he had that one unbelievable season, scored 20 goals after an ACL injury, then started to get moved around, didn't get his touch back. Gutted to see him go. Yeah, 20 goals in the Championship is no mean feat. Townsend down the left, crosses in, blocked by Wolfenden. And I would say we had West Brom in charge for the first part of the game. Kyle Bartley is giving, he's still got this note. He's just held up 3 fingers there. So I wonder what the change of shape is going to be. Fair play to the Sky cameramen and their mega zoom. They're going to go 4-3-3 or 4-2. They're already playing 4-2-3-1. Wouldn't go 3 at the back, would they? I'm surprised actually he's changing the shape, Corberon, because they're playing well. Oh, corner half cleared and the ball just hung in the air and fell to Vyman. Decent chance that actually. No one closes him down. We know West Brom are going to be good on set play. Flaky does well. He should hit the target there, Vyman. There's no pressure on the ball. Everyone's looking at it. Edmondson's looking at it. Luongo does go to close. To be fair to Luongo, I'm wrong about that. Decent chance, though, for Vyman. And we know with a box scene like that, easy to get a deflection as well. Into the front, it goes to Kiefer Moore. His cross is blocked. Marlon, legend. You can see he's got the membership there as well. Thank you so much. I'm on my way to Southampton for the game. Just have a feeling Huddersfield might sneak something. Surely not. Not with this form Southampton are in at the moment. Then go to see a Brian Cox live show. How about that? Here is Clark. Come on town. Finally starting more rather than Jackson. Here is Luongo. Leif Davis sits Darnell Furlong down, puts it to the back post. Moore heads it down. Great clearance by Kyle Bartley. Connor Chaplin was winding up the shot. And there's the issue with Chaplin against Bartley, where Chaplin, and I'm not even exaggerating, gives up a foot in height to the likes of Kiefer Moore and Kyle Bartley. But you'll see the subtle change for Ipswich there, whereas Leif Davis would have been cutting that back, looking for the likes of Kiefer Moore. Sorry, likes of Connor Chaplin. Oh, Fellows into the box. Fellows gives West Brom the lead. He goes down the left-hand side. He's got Luke Wolfenden on toast. He cuts in. He hits the shot right-footed, and West Brom have the lead. Fellows with the goal, 1-0 to the Baggies. Well, he started the game well, Fellows. He's clipped into the front, headed down by Thomas Asante, and Harry Clark kind of gets caught up the pitch. But Luke Wolfenden has plenty of chances. He lets Fellows past him, and yeah, the blame's going to go to Wolfenden for that goal, isn't he? He's got goal side perfectly in charge of the situation, and then he just lets Fellows get around him. Clark is then on the cover. The shot goes through the legs of Harry Clark. Shouldn't be allowed to get into that position, though, should he? And Fellows, excellent young player, celebrates the goal. And it is Ipswich 0, West Brom 1, with 19 minutes gone, headed down by Moore. And out for the corner, Ipswich find themselves behind once again this season. They've come from behind many, many times. There's just I don't know what he does wrong there, Wolfen, and it's not like there's a vital touch. It's almost like he's perfectly in position to stop Fellows, and then all of a sudden just kind of steps the wrong way, and Fellows gets around the outside of him, and he's done then, because you're a red card risk there in terms of denial of an obvious goal scoring opportunity if you're using your arms or whatnot to tackle. Davis takes the corner, cleared out. And here is Clark. Clark to Wolfenden. Wolfenden to Edmondson. Back to Clark. And also, Kieran McKenna said this himself. West Brom are a side you really don't want to be going behind against. They're really nicely set up. Sky predictably put up the most points won from losing positions. But it's a hard old tactic, that, isn't it? Continually going behind in games. Ipswich nearly came back from 3 against Preston last week. Got it back to 3-2. But, yeah. Tom Fellows. What a talent. Yes, indeed. Thomas Asante knocks it into Fellows. I think Clark fouls him on the touchline. It's going to be a free kick, is it? Or is it just going to be a throw-in? Fellows, the goal scorer. No. On we go anyway. Furlong. Nice little knock-off by Thomas Asante. Here's Fellows. Fellows comes inside. They try and find Wallace. Luongo does well. I thought he might have got fouled there, but referee lets it go. Here comes Broadhead, who we literally haven't mentioned yet during the game. Morsey. Luongo to Moore. Davis. Moore. Davis. Oh, nice play by the two of them. Moore. Broadhead. Broadhead goes onto his left foot into the box. Broadhead. Clips it back. Good play by Broadhead. Davis. Here is Morsey. Luongo, Morsey. A lot of passing by Ipswich, but West Brom back in shape. Moore tries to knock that off to Broadhead, and eventually the ball is turned over. Luke Wolfen has chased right down the pitch with Thomas Asante, but he's back in position to receive that one. Here's Morsey. Davis. 23 gone, so midway through the first half now. Wolfenden. How's my match bingo card going, by the way? Yeah, nothing has changed. Although here comes Broadhead. Broadhead crosses in, looks for more. Oh, dear. A atrocious miss by Connor Chaplin. Oh, dear. He's not going to want to see that one back, is he? Complete sitter by Chaplin, falls to him. Potentially the best finisher in the Ipswich side as well. And yeah, it's a dreadful miss, isn't he? He's 10 yards out. Little bounce up, but he's still got to score, hasn't he? And he balloons it over the crossbar. Well played by Broadhead. It's good defending, actually, by Bartley. And yeah, Chapman's just got to score that, hasn't he? It remains 1-0, but a huge chance for Ipswich goes begging there from Chaplin. Jim. Came to bring Ben luck, but West Brom scored the moment I arrived. I'll get my coat. Chaplin scored that 2 months ago. Yeah, maybe. Maybe so. I remember saying after the Watford game, I think it was just went top after the Watford game, that any coin flip game, Ipswich were winning for virtually all of 2023, weren't they? And yeah, that has certainly turned the other way in the 1 win in 8 for Ipswich, and they're behind now. That run would extend to 1 win in 9 today. And yeah, very much prepping for the playoffs. I think the offside flag's gone up there. If not, it would have been a bit iffy in terms of a foul on Brandon Thomas Asante. Does look very much like the 3 year 1 parachute teams are going to be the top 3 come what may this season. There's a switch of play, though, looking for Harry Clark, and that is going out. I'm trying to read Carlos Corberan. He seems to be saying 4-3-3 and play narrow. I think that's what the kind of shape change was, which would mean Andy Weimann would have to drop back. And I think they just want to be compact and frustrate Ipswich now. That one's run out by Darnell Furlong. It's going to be a throw in to Ipswich. Moore tries to hold that up in the corner. I think it's gone out for a goal kick. Was that Connor Chaplin or Charlie Chaplin? Smile, though your heart is breaking. Lee, looking back on the goal, what was Wolfenden doing? He just got lost, didn't he? It was one of those situations where he's in control of it and then just lets Fellow slip past him. And it's that split second he goes from, being able, can you just shepherd him away from goal, being in control to, oh, he's done me. And if I tackle him now, I'm conceding a penalty and potentially getting red carded if I do it with my arms rather than my legs. Luongo, Morty, Edmondson, Wolfenden. Here is Clark. Davis. Edmondson looking for the big switch of play for Burns. Oh, Burns does really well to header that into Chaplin. Clark. Onto Morsey. Bit of a hospital ball that. He fizzed it in at him and Morsey couldn't do anything with it. Mowat does well to sweep it up. And Palmer clips that away. Well played, Thomas Asante, who comes off his number 9. That's excellent, actually, from West Brom. Comes off his number 9 spot to control that into Townsend. And then Townsend wins the throw. Here is Wolfenden. John, would getting beat in the playoffs be a poor season? It's far too nuanced to give a black, white, yes, no answer to that. It's too nuanced, isn't it? You're talking about a team that's come up from League One, but was in a really good position. But all 3 of the Year 1 parachute teams no one's crapping the bed out of those 3. So you can't give a yes or no. Just need to give the context after knowing exactly what's happened in that potentially hypothetical situation. How can you stay so calm, Isaac? I love my football, but I'm a grown adult. It's the answer there. I love getting involved, but we're here to do a job, which involves me staying calm. Kipray. Oh, there's a quick turnover. Oh, lovely back heel. Surely Morty's getting booked for that one. Clear pull there. There you go. He would have got a blue card for that one, Morty, wouldn't he? A blue card. He gets the yellow, though. Lovely back heel there. Played really well, the West Brom wingers, haven't they? Fellows, the goal scorer, and Jed Wallace. Water is wet. Give him a blue card, ladies and gentlemen. Sammy Morsey, 11th yellow of the season. I have to say, match bingo, it's looking all right, isn't it? No one's won the first line yet. Although the Morsey yellow card could have, it would have helped if it had been in a minute ending in 6, I have to say. Ipswich 0, West Brom 1. Tom Fellows with the goal. That's going to be a West Brom throw. Let me bring the numbers up here. What do we got? Let's have a look. 56-44 on the possession. 0.35 to 0.34. I bet all of that is the Chaplin chance, isn't it? Yeah, 0.22 of that is the Chaplin chance. 3 shots to 2 in West Brom's favour. 1 on target, but they have made it count. The Fellows shot the only shot on target in the game and the only goal in the game. Baggies lead 1-0. Another nice back heel, this time by Vyman. Clark tries to pierce through the lines, and West Brom are such a good side when they've got the lead, haven't they? Really hard to break down. Look at that team shape as well. So compact. Luongo to Morsey. Clark. Burns tries to put it in low, looking for Chaplin, who missed that golden opportunity for Ipswich. And there's one in the channel for Wolfenden, who Bruce Lee kicks that back to Vaclav Hladky. I have to say, Brandon Thomas Asante has been excellent. I know He's not got goal or assist or whatever, but his tracking play on his own up front, his pressing, his tracking back's been really good. His layoffs have been good. I think he's been excellent. The Baggies lone striker, or potential striker, we'll call him. They're obviously trying to get the shape more 4-3-3-ish. So maybe you'll get some help from Wallace and Fellows as they get a bit narrower, according to Carlos Corberon's instructions. Morsey. Davis. Luongo crosses back, sticks. A poor cross by Luongo. And West Brom are playing this really well, aren't they? You see the frustration. Although Chaplin tries to give the thumb up. Maybe he's still thinking about that chance he missed. You've got to forget about it, haven't you? Andrew, my notoriously defective memory suggests that Ipswich had a run of disappointing results in January and February last season. Yeah, I don't think it was 7 or 8, but I think they had that ridiculous defeat against Oxford in the fog, didn't they? Oh, there's a horrible giveaway by Palmer. Burns couldn't quite take advantage. So here's Morsey. Morsey drives the shot in low. If Burns gets a good touch on that, it's a goal, isn't it? Just couldn't quite kill it in one and then get the shot off. In 97-98, Sunderland finished third with 91 points and then lost in the playoff final. Could a team do it this season? Yeah, very much so. I think Ipswich will drop below 2 points per game if this stays the same. But Leicester are definitely going to do it, aren't they? And Leeds and Southampton are both on for it, all three parachute teams, looking at 92 plus points. Chaplin hits the shot blocked by Kipre. Edmondson. Broadhead. Wallace. And good press. Getting applauded by the Ipswich fans by Leif Davis. Throw in the corner. Yeah, really good from Kipre. Both hands behind his back. He definitely wasn't going to handball that one, was it? And he gets the block on. Good head it, kick it, defender, Kipre. And that's not an insult, by the way, for those people who like to get triggered by everything. Action areas, last 15 minutes, say Sky. 6% in the Ipswich final third. Referee Coote asking Furlong to hurry up as he takes the long throw in. Dale, is it harder doing the watch along when it's your own team involved? No, because I know everything about all the players. Much more helpful. Getting lots of questions about my emotional intelligence today. I'll be okay, guys. Don't you worry. I've done this before. My lot lost a bloody Maidenhead last week. Oh, clipped in looking for Broadhead. Great header by Bartley. It's going to concede a corner, but really good, powerful play by, oh, excuse me, was that Furlong there on the cover by the West Brom back four? Broadhead has dropped off for a few months now. I'll never admit it because he's my favourite player in this 2023 story. But yeah, he's not been at the absurdly high standards he was taking, or setting rather. Leif Davis, corner, left-footed. Swung in. It's good delivery, that. I think it just went over Moore's head on the near post. Wolfenden. Luongo. Luongo looking for some help on that left-hand side. Morsey to Luongo. Cross goes in, looking for more. Shoving the back there. Kipre. You either call that clever, dark arts, or just naughty. Yeah. Stop being so emotional about not being emotional. There you go. You can please some of the people some of the time. Yakuslu does well to win that back. Good battle there with Morsey. Yakuslu clips that over the top to try and find Andy Vyman, but he puts too much. You can't have favourite players, Ben. That's so childish. Oh, I've got too many favourite players. And Davis. Nice take by Broadhead. Chaplin onto Burns. Burns in the box. Burns hits the shot. Good block by Leif Davis. Ipswich building up the pressure, the territory, the possession. But we said this a lot about Birmingham last night. They were in this position, weren't they? Having a lot of the play and did nothing with it. Corner to Ipswich. Davis swings it into the near post again. Same corner as last time, looking for more. West Brom defend it well. Wolfenden, that is a horrible ball. Goes right into the corner, although Keeper Moore's waving everybody in and saying, look, go and press the throw in. Connor Townsend's being hurried up. They're trying to take their time on a couple of these throw-ins. The baggies. I mean, this is 93%. Probably not true, but it's funny, so I'll read it anyway. Won't be at the Sunderland game today, as I woke up in a skip this morning after going out with my son last night. Missed my coach up the Argyle. There you go. Here is Chaplin. Townsend, that is a corner. Oh, linesman's got that so badly wrong. I think it hits, Townsend clears it, hits Broadhead, and then it clips Townsend back on the way through. The linesman is standing right there. It's a dreadful, dreadful decision, that one, isn't it? Broadhead does well to keep calm. Doesn't he there? Should have been a corner. Welcome, Math. Just in from a motorbike ride. Very nice. McKenna doing a great job of getting rid of the Palace interest. A masterclass indeed. Yeah. Keeper Moore is standing with his hands on his hips. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. Yakuslu goes down. Free kick to West Brom. Luongo fouled him. Yeah, fair play to those Plymouth fans. 800-mile round trip. That is absurd. Good work. I think I predicted him to lose as well, Andrew. So good luck to them, their Argyle fans, who are having a very long and expensive day, no doubt. Diag into Townsend. Morsey wins it, plays it into Kiefer Moore. Lovely, neat and tidy. Morsey holds off Brandon Thomas Asante. And Ipswich are going to try and work it down the other side, the left-hand side. Now, 40 minutes on the clock. 1-0 West Brom. Morsey, nice ball into... Oh, sorry, Luongo. Why do I keep getting Morsey and Luongo mixed up? For God's sake. Chaplin out to Davis. Davis pops that into the box looking for Moore. Moore tries to head it down for Broadhead. Can't get the angle on it. It's cleared out. Lovely touch by Edmondson. Less lovely touch by Davis trying to find Morsey. And it's turned over and West Brom clear. Dreadful clearance by Furlong, who slices it out for an Ipswich throw. Mike, what am I watching after this game? I'm not watching anything. As I said, I'm very excited to be going and seeing my friend Abby's new baby, who will likely be asleep or crying or shitting, but it will still be cute, wouldn't it? Bristol, the shortest distance for Plymouth, is still 120 miles, John. What a stat that is. Fair dues to those Plymouth fans. To be fair, I made friends with a lot of Plymouth fans during the League One season, and I met a lot of them at Wembley for the Pizza Cup final. Good bunch. But yeah, you certainly have to do a lot of travel if you're going to go and follow Plymouth Argyle away from home. And they sold out our away and did an hour. Well, and here, they probably sold out the Bristol City game because everyone's like, right, this is the one away game I'm definitely going to because I only have to travel 120 miles. Here's Harry Clark, edge of the box. Clark drives it in. I think that comes off Kipre and goes over the bar. Did Palmer get a touch on it as well? No, sorry. It just swerved away naturally, actually, and Palmer just stood and tipped it over the bar. Here comes the corner from Leif Davis. Why are we pointing? Nobody knows which side we're taking the corner from. Poor old Leif is having to run from one side to the other. To be fair, I think the officials are right. Here comes the corner from Davis. In it goes. Good punch by Palmer. Tapped back to Wolfenden. Poor ball by Wolfenden. But Wallace got in there and Leif Davis handballs that. And looks like West Brom are going to get to halftime 1-0 up. We're at 43.50. It's my match bingo card. Not much going. Bottom line's looking the best, isn't it? Although, what do I need? Left-footed goal awarded for Ipswich. Well, Ipswich should have had a left-footed goal if Connor Chaplin had his shooting boots on. Headed down by Wolfenden. Scooped up by Mowat. He tries to play it into goal scorer Fellows. For he's a jolly good Fellows. And Harry Clark. It's one of my pet hates. He shepherds it out, but he did stay within playing distance of the ball. Therefore, that is legal. What I hate is when a player shepherds it out and they're 1.5 meters from the ball. That's called a foul. Here is Luongo drives the cross in looking for Burns on the back post. Burns can't get his touch right. Good play by Mowat tracking him. And out it goes for a West Brom throw, which Connor Townsend will take. Looks like they're happy to sit, absorb now. West Brom try and protect their lead. A clean sheet and West Brom win this game, take the 3 points. And along with Leeds did it as well, didn't they? They will do the double on Ipswich. Here comes Fellows again. Wolfenden chasing him. Let's see if Wolfenden can keep tight this time. Oof. Still let him get the cross in, didn't he? Oh, Broadhead picks it up. Lovely feet by Broadhead, who continues to drift forward until he gets tackled. Luongo slides in. I was going to say and gets a bit lucky because it flies right out to Leif Davis. In the end, it just runs by him. Trini. Town not making my early Sunday morning watch a pleasurable experience. Fair play to referee Koo. He's booked Darnell Furlong, who has taken an eternity to take the last 3 throw-ins. I agree with that lady behind saying, hurry up, Darnell. You know what you're doing, fella. In fact, is that my yellow card in a minute ended in 6? Come on. 46. Surely that came out in. Let's see if I get that right on match bingo. Clark wins the throw. We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've got about 30 seconds of that to play. And then we could all go and have a cup of tea at half time. I need a coffee, actually. Try and hype me up for the second half. Played through looking for Chaplin. He cannot stretch his foot out and gather that one and control it. Where do I get hold of a bingo card? 1977. Head over to Match Bingo. Play Bingos. 1977 Futra. That's free. Just get the Match Bingo app or go to matchbingo.co.uk. He's half done my plugin for me there. Maybe he's trying to help. We've gone over the minimum 2 minute stoppage time, so I assume the halftime whistle is going to go any second. The ball is with Darnell Furlong. Tries to slide that down the line. Too much on it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Ipswich. I'm pretty certain referee Coote is going to blow for half-time imminently. Kyle Bartley's sat on his backside. He's actually pulled his sock down. So either he's done or he needs some treatment over half-time. Yeah, the half-time whistle has gone. Bartley's shaking his head. Actually, half-time in this one, Ipswich 0, West Bromwich Albion 1. Tom Fellows with the goal. Albion started well, didn't they? They were the better side for the first 8 minutes. Ipswich had a good 5 minutes. And then to be fair, Albion were, I think, probably in the ascendancy, weren't they, at the point the goal went in on 18 minutes. In fact, do you know what? The attack momentum graph, I've done this before. Look at that. It says exactly what I was just saying. Since then, West Brom have been quite happy to sit back and cede the ball to Ipswich. Connor Chaplin should have equalised. He missed a huge chance on 24. Ballooned it over the bar to make it 1-1. Nothing doing. There are your numbers at half-time. Ipswich 63 on the possession, 37 to West Brom. 0.51 on the XG in Ipswich's favour to 0.34. 6 shots to 3 in Ipswich's favour. 2-1 on target in Ipswich's favour. Big chances 1-0 in Ipswich's favour. But, and it's a big but, and no one needs to explain this to anybody in the chat, the most significant stat is what you do with your chances, and that is the scoreline. Ipswich 0, West Brom 1. Right, I am going to head off and make myself a coffee, my halftime coffee, and then we'll do some Q&A. So I'm just going to hit the stinger, and I'm going to return in 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Get your questions in. Go and make yourself a tea, a coffee, or something stronger if you need it to get through this one. And I will be back in just under 4 minutes, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Time that just right. It's half time. Ipswich 0, West Brom 1. Tom Fellows with the goal just being dissected by Joby on the TV. Be interested to know what he had to say. A winger himself, but what he had to say about the defending for that goal, particularly. It looked like Luke Wolfenden, who I'm a huge fan of, looked like he was in control of the situation. And then all of a sudden, he was not in control of the situation. Anyway, we will get back to all of this. So let's do some questions. What have we got here? Shay, Kipre and Bartley hamstring problems. Well, let's hope not, because that's both of West Brom's centre-back. What a goal by Tom Fellows. It's a decent goal, isn't it? But as I say, Wolfenden looks 90-10 favourite to clear that up, doesn't he? But there you go. Jim, West Brom need to be less wakeful in possession if they are to at least draw this. I make them hot favourites to win this at the moment, but yeah, we will see. How can I watch the match? Again, Sky Sports are your friends here. Right, what have we got? Anyone else gearing up for Leeds Rotherham? There's normally some Leeds fans in the chat, no doubt. Any gigs coming up, David? Yes. If anyone wants to see me performing, doing my day job with that thing behind me, I will be at the Robin in Bilston. If you're a music fan, you will have heard of that place. Sort of near Wolverhampton on March the 16th. Playing with, well, that's what I call the 90s show I play with. So, yeah, if you want to come and see me do musical stuff, give me a shout and I'll give you a ticket link. I think it's only 10 or 12 quid. That one can be a bit more expensive than that particular show. So, yeah, come and see me March the 16th, Bilston. Adam, what a goal from Fellows. Awful defending that. My question would be, are you boys looking forward to the potential of meeting us Norwich boys at Wembley for the playoffs? No, an absolute nightmare that would be, and we'd definitely lose, wouldn't we? Ipswich, that is, and the policing would be horrendous. Oh my God, people just wouldn't be able to behave themselves for that, would they? Oh, dearie me. What else have we got? How many times do West Brom win when they go 1-0? I think most of them, Ian. Can someone check that in the chat? I don't know how quickly you'll find that. But yeah, I think West Brom are very good when they go 1-0 up. Keep the questions coming in. Eugene is predicting a shock Watford win over Leicester. Anything less than Leicester winning by 2 goals this season is a shock, isn't it? Hearing a lot about Cam Humphreys. What do I think of him? I think he's going to be a good football player. I don't think he's ready to play in the Championship yet. I thought he might go out on loan, to be honest, but he didn't, did he? Bilston in the Black Country. Absolutely. Come and see us. Come and see me if you want to see me do music stuff. March the 16th, the Robin in Bilston. Yes, I wouldn't, Billy. I agree with you. I wouldn't like to see the police bill if you did get a. Have we had one of those playoff finals where I'm trying to think where it's been a real local rivalry? Have we had one? A problem game? I'm trying to think. Don't think we have we? No, not one. Not one that's coming to mind. We are robots. I'm not writing off Ipswich. They've been great at comebacks this season. Well, that is very, very true. Keep your comments coming in. Any attempts to trigger me, if you haven't realised, don't work. So, yeah, you're kind of wasting your time there. What we should do is we should play Where in the World, because we seem to be fairly worldwide with our audience today. So no stupid answers, please. We always get a few. But I'm interested to know where everybody is watching from. So you've got 18 seconds, guys. Just let me know your location right now as you're watching. And we'll give as many of your locations, hometowns, if you're in your hometown. A shout out, get involved. Let's play Where in the World. You've got 18 seconds to get your location in. Go. Right, let's give a shout out to all of your locations. What have we got here? Lee in Coventry, Eugene in Northern Ireland, Shay in Bristol, Matt in Montreal. How about that? Fox in Leeds, Owl in Sheffield. Should have been a Fox in Leicester, shouldn't it, if it's an Owl in Sheffield? Barbados, you're not, are you? Go away, we are. No, don't go away. I'm just very jealous. Andrew in Manila at 9:30 at night. Matthew up in Leeds. Adam in Norwich. Richard in Sheffield. Michael, I always wave to him down the road from me in Leighton Buzzard. Daniel in Slovakia. Jeff in Lowestoft, as us people from Suffolk call it. Lowestoft is in Suffolk, isn't it, Jest? My home county. New Cross, David. Ian in Virginia on ESPN. Dave in the sticks in the beautiful West Country. I don't know what KSA means. Is that I was going to say anachronism? I don't mean that, do I? What do you call it? Where it's letters for something? I can't think. Jeff out in Michigan. Jay in Scarborough. Annie in Bristol. Shire up in Stockport. Whale in the Netherlands. Was also in Lowestoft. There you go. Who else we've got? Alex in cloudy Ipswich. Jimmo in Bristol, Richard in New York, David, Colorado, David in Leicester, Jim in sunny Grimsby, Tim in Brisbane, Michael in Leeds, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. How about that? There you go. Oh, St. Kitts and Nevis. I don't know. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Love it. Western Australia, Joe Blow, Jace in Cambridge, always wave at him as well, not far from me. Billy in Kent, and Futra in Taiwan. We are truly worldwide, and I appreciate the hell out of all of you watching today. Appreciate your support. The best thing you can do to support is just keep that chat moving, keep giving your insights. We think it's a great chat here on the channel. We think we're just about the right size where we don't get a massive influx of people, and therefore the conversation goes south really quickly. Carl in Leeds, we'll give him a shout out as well. I need to bring on Sarmiento's skill against Furlong on a yellow. What else have we got here? Last time West Brom, thank you, went lost. I was to Birmingham on October the 6th after going 1-0 up. Wish I was in Barbados. Don't we all? Tag me in. As long as my missus and my daughter are with me, absolutely would love to be in Barbados. There is Don Goodman up in the roof in the Pioneer. It's not the greatest view in the world right at the back of that stand. My season ticket is just about, I don't know, 15 metres, 10 metres maybe in front of where Don Goodman is standing there. Ben, does it look to you as if Ipswich are playing a more direct style? I wouldn't say they're playing a more direct style. They're certainly, instead of putting cutbacks in, are looking for crosses to the back stick. Looks like Nat Chalobah is going to come into the game. We saw we saw Kyle Bartley sat on his backside, although Chalobah is clearly a midfielder. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen there. Who's going out of the game? It's been Mowat and Yokuslu playing in central midfield. It'd be very Corberon to take out an attacker and shore his midfield three up. How's the heating in my studio? It's okay. Look, I'm in a t-shirt today. Shay, why ain't you at the game today? Because I'm here, Shay. Look, when this becomes your job, you have to make certain business decisions. And if your team is on the TV and you do watch-alongs, and you might not have too much money to spend on fuel, you might not be able to get down there. So there is the deal. Right. We are off in the second half. Away we go. Ipswich kicking off towards the north stand. The Sir, I forget which way round it is. Alf. No, Sir Bobby. Excuse me. I still call it the north stand because I'm old. Throw in to Ipswich early in this one. Harry Clark is going to lob it into the box. In it goes. Headed up by Kipray. Clark heads it back in. Edmondson heads it down. And Nathan Broadhead has equalised within 45 seconds of the second half. Starting Ipswich needed a good start to the second half. They've got the best one possible. Broadhead, right-footed cushions in the volley. And it is 1-1. Yeah, if you expected anyone to score from a set play in this game, it would have been West Brom. But Nathan Broadhead does really well to stay onside. And I think Edmondson actually gets it headed against him. It's a bit lucky, actually. Kipray heads it against Edmondson, hits him on the head from no distance whatsoever, and goes perfectly for Nathan Broadhead. Broadhead cashes in on his luck by beautifully cushioning that in for his 9th goal of the season. That'll make him joint top scorer at Ipswich, along with Connor Chaplin. And Ipswich are level 1-1 almost immediately as we start the second half. Game on. Straight out of the blocks. Yeah, here comes the Depeche Mode song. That was quick. Woof. Chaplin. Davis to Morsey. Wolfenden. So it looks like West Brom are in a 4-4-2 shape now. Here comes Broadhead, though. Broadhead cuts it back. Gathered by Mowat. Mowat draws the foul. It's going to be a free kick to West Brom. They've kept hold of it. And here's Clark. Yeah, Fellows is definitely out on the right-hand side now. And I think Jed Wallace has joined Brandon Thomas Asante up front. I think they're going to kind of 4-5-1 it, West Brom. But obviously with Nat Chalobah in. Who did he come on for? He did come on for Bartley. So is he playing centre-half then? Interesting. In comes the corner for Ipswich. And here comes the counter-attack for West Brom. Oh, Morsey should have won that one. Here comes Wallace now. Can they feed it through? Thomas Asante is ahead. And Harry Clark is about to go in the book. Slides through his man and gets a yellow card. It's a good counter-attack, wasn't it? Morsey should have won that in the first phase of that, though, shouldn't he? It was Wallace carrying it. Clark gets a bit on the ball and a bit on Wallace, but he comes through his man, doesn't he? You're always going to get a foul given against you for those ones. Any slide tackles, unless it's like the cleanest tackle without any force, and you're getting a foul given against you in terms of slide tackles these days. Free kick then. Billy, thank you so much. In comes the free kick for West Brom. Furlong keeps it alive. Headed down. Uluwongo, it's going to fall for Chalobah. Nice feet. Chalobah knocks it back. And Fellows hits the shot. Morsey closes down. Thank you very much, Billy, for the super chat. Very, very kind indeed. Really, really appreciate it. Up the tractor, boys, he says. Too kind. Fellows blasted that one over the bar. Sky are showing hyper, super duper slow motion on that. Presumably not for the offside because he's on. Wonder whether they think it hit Edmondson's hand and then bounced on to his head. Yeah, it does hit his hand, doesn't it? And it leads to a goal. So even though it's not a deliberate handball, if we had VAR, I think they might have disallowed that, actually. But we don't have VAR. And the goal stands. And that's the different standard. I'm afraid we apply the laws of football by now in different games, different levels. Someone has got the first line on Match Bingo, but I'm still looking pretty good, I have to say. Plenty of purple on my card. Free kick to Ipswich. Which now from Broadhead, the goal scorer is going to whip in right-footed. It's a poor delivery from Broadhead. Easy gather. And West Brom Ipswich really need to be more alive to West Brom counters, don't they? They are going to sit, but did you see there, as soon as Palmer got the ball, they exploded. 4 or 5 players all immediately started, not running, sprinting. So Ipswich have got to be far more alive in terms of counter attacks. Thank the Lord we don't have VAR. I actually don't think VAR is the problem on that. I think it's the law, that handball leading immediately to a goal, whether deliberate or not. Don't get me wrong. If the ball goes into the goal of someone's hand, yeah, fine. We can't have that, can we? But there you go. We can debate the laws for forever and a day. Billy, legend, thanks so much for the super chat, fella. We are about to see a double sub, and Daryl Dike, the West Brom expensive, we think about £7.5 million, is coming in. Michael Johnston, I just had to look him up, he's going to come on, who is a new player for me. Never seen him play, I think. He's going to join as well. On loan from Celtic, if I saw that right. Luongo, Davis, Luongo, Morsey. Morsey strikes from distance just over the crossbar. Did not miss by much, that one. Looked like Chalobah got a touch on that, didn't it? But goal kick given. Wolfenden heads down, and here comes Fellows. Edmondson gets across and makes the tackle. It's going to be a throw-in to West Brom, which Darnell Furlong is going to lob into the box as we come up to minute 55. Looks like Brandon Thomas Asante is coming out. The DK. Thomas Asante was good in the first half, wasn't he? And it looks like goal scorer Tom Fellows is coming out for Johnston, who, as I say, is a new player for me. I've not seen him play before. Michael Johnston looks like a winger on loan from Celtic. Out goes one winger, in comes another one. Just playing back Tom Fellows' goal there. Back in, I think, minute 18, wasn't it? Giving West Brom the lead. Furlong's going to hurl this one in long. It's flicked on and it's in to the back of the net. And West Brom lead once again. It's been disallowed. Did he put it in with his hand? It's DK flicked it on at the near post. I couldn't quite see. I think it's Andy Vyman who put it in. I'll need to see that one back. The goal's been disallowed for whatever reason. So, yeah, Vyman tried to marathoner it in. Would have been a very unpopular lad if he'd got away with that, wouldn't he? I think it's just an instinct to just throw your hand up, but obviously gets booked for deliberate handball. And Yakuslu has been whistled for holding on to Kiefer Moore. So no equaliser for cheeky Andy Vyman, who put it in with his hand. Looked like a fairly easy header, actually. So here comes West Brom. Looks so dangerous on the break, don't they? DK holds it and puts it into Wallace. Wallace comes short. Ipswich get back in shape. Moore closes down Yakuslu, and this time it's going to be a foul on Yakuslu by Moore. Role reversal from a minute ago. Probably could have just headed it. Well, yeah, exactly. Don't know why he doesn't head it, actually. Here's the replay. Yeah, why does he just header that? Is he like too scared of running into the post or something? Looked like could have just headed that into the net, didn't it? But there you go. Not only does he not come away with a goal, he comes away with a yellow card. Yakuslu. Nicely poised game, this one now. 1-1. Both sides going for it in their own way. West Brom looked really dangerous on the counter. Ipswich trying to build the possession up. Nice diversity of styles. Good watch. Two good managers, actually. Two well-coached teams. Wolfenden. Tune in to see what shirt you were wearing. Just a plain grey one today. Sorry to let you down, Julian. Nice that it's not so freezing in my office. I can actually wear a T-shirt, hey? Morsey. Inside by Burns, looking for Chaplin. Chaplin trying to play it on to Kiefer Moore. So it's Yakuslu playing centre-half against Kiefer Moore. That's why that battle is kind of rumbling. And Kiefer Moore will fancy that, won't he? Because Yakuslu obviously is a midfielder. So Ipswich scored from their last long throw on. And Harry Clark's winding up for another one. Referee Coote is having a word with Edmondson and Chalobah. Clark throws it in, headed away on the near post. And Wolfenden goes home to Hladky. Jed Wallace comes tearing up the pitch to close him down. And it worked because it's a terrible ball by Hladky. Kicks it straight out of play. I think everybody's probably asking the same question we are. Why didn't Andy Weimann just head that in? It's in a couple of replays. Doesn't look like it's a hard chance, does it? Nice feet by Broadhead. Broadhead to Davis. Luongo. Davis. Morsey. Morsey to Davis. Back to Luongo. Broadhead. Well worked by Ipswich in midfield. Chaplin onto Clark. Burns. Burns inside. Chaplin. Good save by Palmer. Much better shot by Chaplin on his right foot this time than that bad miss in the first half. It is straight at Palmer, but it's really good football from Ipswich. Can do a lot else with the shot, actually, unless he manages to kind of fire it through someone's legs. He's got Mowat blocking him here, and there's someone else on the sort of near post. I'll put this up on the screen. An unhappy Southampton fan. They're 21 undefeated. But we respect his right to have that opinion, Ryan. Klagke knocks that long into keeper Moore. Great hold by Moore. Here comes Clark. Clark steps inside. Clark drives that one left-footed. Good block by Kipre, who's always in the way. You sound like a neutral. I thought you was Ipswich fan. That's about the 500th comment on the fact that I'm not frothing at the mouth, yelling swear words at my screen. Not my style, guys. Morsey. Moore. Moore goes down. No foul given. Mowat. Dike hits the deck. Still getting a bit prickly. Every player that goes down now wants a foul for everything. In comes the cross from the right. It's cleared, and Jed Wallace boots it into the stand because Daryl Dike is sat on his backside awaiting treatment. He's had a horrible time with injuries. Dike. I mean, he wasn't fouled. I don't know what he's complaining about. So if he hasn't landed awkwardly, I'll be gutted for him if that's injured him. He literally just jumped for a header. I'm trying to read his expression here. Just wonder if he tweaked something. They're looking at his left ankle as he landed. Be so unlucky for Dike, who's had a terrible time with injuries, if that's tweaked. Doesn't look happy, Dike. Let's hope he can run it off. They're asking for a stretcher. Oh, poor guy. It's just horrible luck for Dike. Looks like he's done. Yeah, John Swift is going to come on. So unlucky for Dike, who signed for a load of money, and he's just been injured the entire time, hasn't he, poor fella? So hopefully that's not... Oh, no, he sat down. They need a stretcher for him. Oh, I feel so badly for him. He's pulled his shirt over his head. So unlucky. Really gutted to see that. Get well soon, Dike. I hope it's not a bad one. Oh, take the camera off him, for God's sake, Sky. He's clearly upset and he's got his shirt pulled over his head. Oh, dear. Got another long throw in. George Edmondson's having fun again with Chalobah and with Kipray. And Harry Clark's going to lob this one into the box once again. Here comes the stretcher for Daryl Dike, who looks really upset. It's not a nice watch, this. Then we might have to wait just for the stretcher to take Dike off because it's just driven over the pitch. Nat Chalobah has got a yellow card. Yeah, DK's definitely, hopefully pulled or tweaked something rather than torn or ruptured anything there. Not really sure I'm entirely comfortable with Sky giving close-ups of a guy who's got some really bad professional news and beaming them on my screen. But hey, maybe I'm being a snowflake, aren't I? I mean, he's getting some applause from the Ipswich fans, but it'll be no consolation to him. Such an unlucky time with injury, Daryl Dike, and he looks completely cheesed off, and I totally get it. Referee Coots having a word with the captains, Morsey and Wallace, just about the shenanigans. Oh, no. Oh, for God's sake. Take the camera off him, for fuck's sake, Sky. The poor guy's crying and they won't take the bloody camera off him. Oh, dear. Not nice at all. Get well soon, fella. Get well soon. Oh, dear. And they're still giving close-ups of his face, which I just don't think is right, to be honest. But there you go. It's all part of the entertainment, I guess, to some people. Right, let's move on. Clark hurls the throw in, comes off Kipray. It's not going to be a corner because I think Edmondson has been whistled for a foul. And it's a goal kick to West Brom. Palmer takes it long. I think that came off Davis, and it's going to be a throw-in for West Brom. 68 on the clock. Broadhead jostling with Furlong there, and out it goes for a throw-in. Excuse my language a minute ago. Sorry, it just really narked me that they kept the camera on a guy who's clearly in emotional distress on the pitch. Didn't think that was necessary. So apologies if you're offended by my language. Back it goes to Kladky. Davis taps it back to Luongo. Wolfenden. Morsey waves Clark forward. West Brom win it back. Moat is pickpocketed by Chaplin. Cross it goes to Broadhead in the D. Broadhead tries to flick it up and over. It's just too crowded in there. West Brom come away with it. Oh, and here they come looking for Wallace. Wallace turns inside Davis. Davis gets back and makes the tackle. Does well there because Wallace was on a tear. Yeah, thanks for the support, guys. Just lost me cool a bit there. I think people forget sometimes that A, it's someone's career, and B, it's someone's body. It's their life's work as well, football players. Yes, they're well paid, but you think of all the great careers that have been lost just because of injuries. And sometimes it's just sheer bad luck. $70 gone. I'll get off my high horse now. There you go. Team news in for the 3 PMs. Stick them up in the chat when they come through. Let us know who's out for your side today. And this one remains 1-1. Looks like Marcus Harness and Amari Hutchinson are going to come on as Moore closes down Palmer. Palmer does well. And here come West Brom down the left. It's worked inside to Chalobah. Wallace. Oh, good take by Hladky on the back post. It's John Swift climbing with him. Keeper with the extra arm's length bonus. There you go. There's your Bristol City team. Get your teams in if you know your team news now. It's gone 2 o'clock. Moore holds that up. Does well. Nice out ball now that Ipswich have got with Big Kiefer up top. Davis plays it back into Moore, who flicks it on. Great goalkeeping by Palmer, who is allowed to pick that up, not deemed a back pass. And here's Furlong. Furlong to Wolfenden. Morsey. Clips into Chaplin, who's offside. He lays it off to Moore. But we've stopped for an offside. Has just taken the fizz out of the game, hasn't it? That stoppage with Dike. Did really well, Palmer. He chested it. He waited for permission to handle it. I don't think it was a back pass, was it? I think just sticks his foot out. Townsend. And in come Hutchinson and Harness for Chaplin and Burns. So Hutchinson's going to play that. Oh, Christ. Horrible back pass there for Palmer. He's turned back, running towards his goal. He has to stick it out of play. It was Furlong who played it back. Sorry, it wasn't. It was Yakuslu. But they've cut the replay because we're back into the action here. Wolfenden, Clark, Harness, Clark. Clark tries to cross it. It's a dreadful ball. Wide-eyed and legless too. High-wide and handsome. And out for a goal kick. Actually get to see that back pass now. I think Palmer had it in control the whole time. But there you go. There's my match bingo card. Look, we've got the top line. We're 1 away from the bottom, 2 off the middle. Are we in with a chance of actually winning on Match Bingo today? Go and get involved. Go and download the app. Thank you as ever to Match Bingo for their association with our silly little channel. We love how it's grown. Throw in, West Brom, down the left. Out once again. And Clark is going to throw it in. Wolfenden goes home to Hladky. Still good level of press from West Brom. Edmondson. It's given away by the aforementioned press. Here is Swift. Drives in the shot and he's found at the far corner. John Swift, he's come off the bench. He's driven it in. I'm not sure the keeper should be letting that one past him from that distance, but he has. And it is Ipswich 1, West Brom 2. Swift from distance, 2-1. Well, am I going to be making another criticism of Ipswich's defensive work here? They win it high up, fair enough. Swift gets onto it. Where does this bounce? Let's have a look. I mean, it's in the corner, but he's got to save that, hasn't he? It's come a long way. Does he hit it that hard? It's just the bounce that catches him. It's poor goalkeeping, isn't it? By Hladky. We'll get a really good angle from here. It's bended. I mean, it's a good strike. It is a good strike, but it's one you just want your keep. Just keep that out of the goal. Down low to Hladky's right. Give Swift credit. He's hit that about as well as he can in terms of it not being a blockbuster in the top corner. It's right in the corner. It bounces at a horrible height. I've put the wrong scoreline up. That'll get me in trouble, won't it? 1-2, not 2-1. And West Brom have the lead. And can Ipswich come back? They've only got 13 minutes in order to do so. Switch of play there, headed down. There is your Leeds 11. And there is your QPR 11. And Ipswich are going to be 9 games now. It'll be 1 win in 9. And it's worse than not winning because it could be a defeat. Harness wins the corner. And West Brom now, clean sheet for 12 minutes plus stoppage time. And they are taking the 3 points. But it's a corner for Ipswich, which Leif Davis will no doubt swing in with his left foot. In it goes. Palmer punches it, not massively convincing. Mowat sprints over to try and get something on it, but he just puts it further into the stand than it was going anyway. Good delivery as ever. Wonder if Palmer could have caught that. He has no blue shirt near him, does he? 79 on the clock. West Brom 2-1 up all of a sudden. Leif Davis is going to hurl this one in long. Ipswich's goal came from a long throw-in. In it goes from Davis. Moore gets the flick on the near post. Morsey blasts the shot. I think it hits. It hit him in the face. Was it Johnston? And here's Clark. Gets the block on it. None the less. Chalobah sticks out a leg, and it's yet another corner for Ipswich. Ali Al-Hamadi, the new signing from Wimbledon, is coming on. This will be his home debut. Lee Grant's just having a word there, giving him the final instructions. I don't think he's going to get on before Leif Davis takes this corner. Jeremy Sarmiento is also going to be coming on. In comes the corner. Moore wins the header. Luongo hits the shot. Big block there, I think, by Mowat. Harness lobs that in. Keeper's going to catch that, isn't he? Easy gather for Alex Palmer. 80 gone. Looks like Kieran McKenna's about to go Hail Mary with another double substitution. And if that doesn't work, it's going to be 1 win in 9. I think it's probably going to be 1 win in 9, even if that does work for Ipswich. Edmondson. Clark. Hutchinson. Wolfenden. Morsey. Here is Wolfenden again. Harness. Ipswich patient, but West Brom are so good defensively, aren't they? Here's Hutchinson. Swings that in left-footed, easily headed clear by Chalobah. Clark plays it back to Hutchinson. Good chest trap by Hutchinson. Got Harness outside of him. Hutchinson holds onto it. Good close control. Wolfenden. Harness crosses from the right. It's dreadful. Completely overhits it and out it goes for a goal kick. We're coming up 82 minutes now. Sarmiento and Al-Hamadi are about to come on. Luongo out from central midfield. So it's going to be a really attacking last few minutes here for Ipswich. Broadhead out as well, the goal scorer. Sarmiento and Al-Hamadi come in. And we'll see who, if anybody, is going to partner Sam Morsey in central midfield. Or are Ipswich just going to go hyper attacking? I think that's Eric Peters coming in. Andy Vyman is going out. Look at my match bingo. Oh, sorry, Pippa. Excuse me. 2 away from a glorious win. Remember, Pippa, the fullback, was with Carlos Corberon at Huddersfield when they got all the way to the playoff final in 21-22. Right back. Goal kick down the ground. It's all the way through to Alex Palmer. Sorry, Vaclav Hadke. Could he, should he have saved John Swift's strike? Morsey. Harness. Morsey. Clark. Hutchinson down the right. Plays it on. Sarmiento cuts it back. Looking for Harness in the middle there. And they've got it clear. I think it was Chalobah. Wallace, brilliant play by him. Some keepy-uppy stuff. And he manages to flick it on as well. And this is a good-looking counter-attack. And Pippa, the sub, is arriving at the back post. And Leif Davis just gets across and makes the interception. And I think this is going to be the pattern. Ipswich have gone completely all-out attack. Marcus Harness, I think, is playing central midfield with Sam Morsey. And Ipswich have thrown the kitchen sink, headed on by Moore, looking for Al-Hamadi. Kipre does really well at the back. He's played well in both games against Ipswich, actually. Kipre. Davis just slid through. With that Pippa counter attack there. Here's Wolfenden. Hutchinson. Clark. Wolfenden. Edmondson. Harness tries to poke it through. It's going to bounce for Al Hamadi. He keeps it in. I think it would have gone for a corner, but he wanted to keep the ball alive. Leif Davis crosses to the back post. Good header again by Kipray. Hutchinson to recycle. He's doing the keepy ups now. Clark back to Hutchinson. Crosses left-footed. Davis heads it back down. Furlong deals with it. Here is Wolfenden. Morsey. Sarmiento. Hutchinson. Inside the box. Hutchinson drills that one in, but it's an easy save for Palmer. As we come up 86 minutes and 25 seconds. Ipswich 1. West Brom 2. Going to be potentially 1 win in 9 for Ipswich. And this would be the double if West Brom can see it out, having won the previous game, as you can see on the ticker, on November 25th. Al Hamadi tries to put that forward to Kiefer Moore, gets too much on it. Back to Palmer, who clears, and Clark is all on his own in the right back area. Edmondson. Harness. Davis. Morsey. Clark. Hutchinson. Step over from him. He's going to go on his left foot. He always was. But he knocks it back to Sarmiento. Just attack against defence at the moment. Oh, crosses deflected. Well played, Palmer. Just palms it out into the middle of the box. Oh, it's a horrible ball by Luke Wolfenden. Absolutely silly, silly, silly play. Ipswich had all the territory then, and Wolfenden just completely underhits his pass. And now you go from a situation where Ipswich were in control to one where West Brom can kill 30 seconds, take it up the pitch. It's really good goalkeeping that from Palmer. Al Hamadi was going to stick it into the net if he palmed it anywhere else than he did. Jed Wallace draws the foul, but it's just a ridiculous pass by Wolfenden, isn't it? And all Ipswich's momentum gets halted, although they have won a throw-in now and should be able to try and build something again as we head towards stoppage time. 88:35 on the clock. Here's Edmondson. Clips it over the top. Davis. Looked like he was offside. It's going to be a goal kick. Just shepherded out by Pippa. Ipswich have been good apart from 2 poor defensive moments. Well, that's the deal, isn't it? As Sky show us that West Brom move on to 51 points. With this win, Ipswich still would be 8 points ahead of them. With the 3 Year 1 parachute teams up ahead in places 1, 2 and 3. Goal kick long from Palmer. And Wallace has managed to win his side. A throw in. Looks like Cameron Humphreys is going to be the last substitute. with 10 seconds off the 90-minute mark. It's a throw in to West Brom. And they've won themselves a corner, managing this really well. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Same as it was yesterday in the watch along we did Sheffield Wednesday versus Birmingham. And West Brom are going to take as long as they possibly can to take this corner. They just try and hold it in the corner. In fact, Pippa doesn't do a great job of that, and Ipswich get it away, although Keith Moore has just booted it down the ground to Alex Palmer, who gets back into his goal and picks it up. Yokuslu, Furlong, nice ball inside. It's well worked by West Brom, good football. Here comes Furlong, who's trying to draw a foul. Hits the deck a bit theatrically, and we play on. 2 lines have gone in Max Bingo, and I was so close. Here's Hutchison, Harness, Davis. Inside it goes to Morty. Wolfenden. 91-25 on the clock. Ipswich need a goal. West Brom heading for a double over Ipswich, having beaten them 1-0 at the Hawthorns on November 25th. Davis. Harness. Al-Hamadi. Edmondson. In it goes to more spins. Great block. Wolfenden clipped it in. And Palmer's played really well, hasn't he? Spins and hits the shot. And Palmer makes the block. Good keeper. So Leif Davis out. Cam Humphreys in. Corner falls to Morty. Here is Hutchison, who volleys in low. And there is the equaliser. Hutchison with the goal. Drills it through the crowd. And all of those predictions we had for a Desmond look like they might be happening. It's Ipswich 2, West Brom 2. Amari Hutchinson with the goal. Well, Morsley hit the initial shot. It bounced off Swift. What Hutchison does really well, actually, is as Chalobah dives in, he just leaves him on his backside, doesn't he? There. Because he can't hit the shot. And if Chalobah had stayed on his feet, he would have been able to make the block. And then it's just anyone's guess. Through the crowd. Hits it hard and low. Palmer nearly saved that as well. He saved everything else. And Ipswich have the equaliser. It's 2-2. And we do still have about 4 minutes on the clock of the stoppage time. Here is Furlong for West Brom. Humphreys surely was fouled. Morsey does well. West Brom still pressing really well, even in minute 94. Here's Hutchison, plays that one down the line, looking for more. Out it goes. There we go. We'll click through a few of these comments. Every point is vital. Well, yes, indeed. Here is Edmondson. Clark. Morsey. Sarmiento. Sarmiento just drags it out, acknowledges his mistake. And out it goes for a West Brom throw. Here is Harness. Edmondson. Cleared away and given straight back to Ipswich. 95-20 on the clock. Hutchinson, the goal scorer, coming down the right, crosses in right-footed. Here's Moore. Moore tries to sort his feet out. Do we have an obstruction? No, we keep going. Harness getting involved in there. Morsey miscontrols, and look out for the counter-attack now. Here come West Brom. Wallace wants that one down the line, and here comes Jed Wallace. He's such an excellent player at this level, isn't he? Morsey does really well. Wallace surely fouls him. No, they just shoved him in the back there. Referee doesn't give it, but on we go. And here comes Amari Hutchinson again. Beats his man, and he wants to switch the play. Look at that for a ball. Al Hamadi controls it with his chest, does well into the box. Al Hamadi, just a rush of blood to the head. Smashes it across when he just needed to float it in for more. But still we go. 96-23 on the clock. Clark to Morsey. Morsey dinks it in, looking for Al Hamadi. Humphreys inside to Edmondson. Morsey. Oh, clever ball by Morsey. Sarmiento, edge of the box. Sarmiento, over-engineered that one. Great save again by Palmer as a spin and a hit by Al Hamadi. He's been so good, the West Brom keeper, hasn't he? It's going in the corner. It's a really good save by Palmer. He's been brilliant in goal, hasn't he, for West Brom? Excellent performance. In goes the long throw from Clark. And it's cleared to halfway where Klagke's got it. Wolfenden. We've got about 35 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. It's 2-2. Here is Wolfenden. Clark clips it in. Moore holds it up. Al Hamadi. Out it goes to Harness. Harness tries to float it in. Doesn't beat the first man, or second man rather. Humphreys turns inside. Humphreys, Morsey, Wolfenden. 7 seconds, minimum stoppage time to go. Into the box it goes, and we're going to get a corner. Still going to be a phase of play to go in this game, and it's an Ipswich corner, which Sarmiento is going to take. From the left-hand side, right-footed, last play of the game, surely this one. Sarmiento puts it in. It's headed clear. All eyes on referee Coote. We're expecting the final whistle any second. Sarmiento drifts inside, puts the cross in. Oh, they've defended well again there, West Brom, and surely that's it now. Sarmiento flips it back in. Al Hamadi's there. Hutchinson. Still we go. Hutchinson comes to a standstill. Can he get the cross in? Knocks it back to Harness. Harness can get the cross in. And again, headed clear by Yakuslu. And that is full time. Well, a brilliant game, actually. Hugely exciting. It's ended 2-2. And honestly, both sides will be disappointed that they didn't win that game. West Brom, because they were leading at minute 77 and conceded, obviously, that late equaliser to Hutchinson. But over the course of the game, Ipswich did enough to win the game. And, perhaps a not great bit of goalkeeping for the second goal and not great bit of defending for the first goal is something that Ipswich can look at as controllables that they maybe could have controlled better. Let's have a look at the numbers. And, yeah, it's a regular pattern for Ipswich. Frustrating. Look at that. 65-35 on the possession, 1.98 to 0.4 on the XG, 21 shots to 5, 7 to 2 on target. West Brom scored with both of their shots on target, 2 big chances to 0. But the game ends 2-2. Maybe West Brom took their chances. Maybe Ipswich helped them a little bit. But it is what it is. And we can look at all the stats we like. But the one that informs the league table is the number of goals scored. And it was 2 each. There you go. So 1 win in 9 for Ipswich. They stay in 4th, 60 points from 30 games. They are still, amazingly, for a League One promoted team, on course to score 2 points per game. But unfortunately for Ipswich, the 3 Year 1 parachute teams haven't blinked this season. No one is crapping the bed like one of them usually does. West Brom go on to 49 points. So Hull could close into within 1 point. Coventry, Sunderland and Norwich can all get a little bit closer today. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. We're going to be back again tomorrow for Millwall versus Coventry in the watch along. Come and join us for that. I'm worn out, so I will tap out there and come and join us tomorrow, 11:45. We'll be back. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to the super chatters. Thank you for all your likes. Hit like before you go. Enjoy the rest of the football today. And whatever you're doing, I'm getting a takeaway tonight. So really looking forward to the rest of the day. And it's a big over and out from me. Ipswich 2, West Brom 2.
Now, you might see a YouTuber with millions of subscribers and views a week driving a Bentley. It's a bit more modest, I have to say, when you're covering the Championship. So if you can find a few quid each month to support over on Patreon or by hitting the join button here, you are making the world of difference for myself